Welcome to Be Golden, and in this golden hour, we are helping you learn, grow, and becoming the most best version of you. Hi, I am Eva Jenkins, and I am your host, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I put together my tower garden and how I use my tower garden in my home. Well, first thing we do is to assemble our tower garden. And when it is all assembled, we need to check that the water levels are at its right consistency in order to make sure that the plants can grow. After we add the seeds, we add this fertilizer in order for it to grow as well. I love how Juice Plus provides a little kit for the tower garden, and it has everything that it could possibly need in order for it to be successful in producing the vegetation that you want in your home. As we wait for our vegetation to grow, it is going to require patience in order to watch and see it grow. It can take up to 12 weeks in order for your crops to grow like this. And what I also love about being able to have my own vegetables at home is being able to create my own salads. I get to pick my fresh veggies and what it is that I would like to eat and what I'd like to give to my family. And it has been able to provide me resources in my own home where I don't even have to go to the store. I really have enjoyed my Juice Plus. Another great way in order to invite others in what you're doing is inviting them over to a salad party. This is Sandy. She's going to share her story on why she started Juice Plus.
So 27 years ago, I was in really bad shape. I affectionately call it the birthday party diet, is what I was raised on. Lots of sweets and treats, and my one grandpa was the superintendent of Denver's Coke plant, and I never had to ask permission. We had it stacked to the ceiling and drank it whenever we wanted to. And so as I got older, I just had lots of health issues, sinus issues. I'd also grown up in a house with mold. But what was my catalyst for finding answers was my 10-year-old son had an ear infection for a solid year. Ooh. And that all the doctors knew, antibiotic after antibiotic, all the doctors knew was to put tubes in his ears. And at 10, we know that just doesn't make sense. But I didn't know what else to do. And I took him to a holistic chiropractor. And she was the first one that told me if I could get enough fruits and veggies in him, enough plants, his immune system would kick in and he wouldn't have the ear infections and wouldn't need the tubes in his ears. So we started trying, and he was a good little eater. As long as I had some ranch dressing, he'd eat broccoli, and but we couldn't seem to eat enough to dig out of that hole. And so that's when my friend introduced me to Juice Plus, and I forgot my bag that had the bottles in it, but it's just fruits, veggies, and berries in capsule form. And they grow them, they dehydrate them, turn them into a powder, and then put them in capsules for adults and chewables for kids. And so we all started taking them, and my little 10-year-old, I put on the adult dose of the capsules, and within a few months, his ear infections had cleared up. I had more energy. And that was 27 years ago. So I'll be 64 in December. And just really, really grateful. It's been a good catalyst too, just to find, and I've taken classes and became a health educator, just to find more ways, more things that I can do. And this is a great kind of a hack. The Juice Plus is, because there's no easier way to get more. We're getting 30 fruits and veggies in my diet. And then about 10 years ago, we came out with the tower garden. So I've also been growing a lot of my own veggies too. These will last in your fridge for 7 to 10 days. I tried it to 10. I'd heard to 10 because I'm
So you
always
could just,
eating
I could
them.
just make a bundle of them
Yes, you could.
for the week.
But this a couple times ago, I made one enough that I had one. I waited for that 10th day to see if it was still good, and it was.
Oh, cool. Really?
Just the way we're building it.
Wow. Because,
And
yeah.
And what's really cool is the cucumbers get kind of pickled in whatever dressing you do. So I love having cucumbers in my salad in a jar. And anything, so if you, I mean, like the kiwi, if you want it not to soak up the dressing, maybe put the cucumbers or something else first.
Okay.
Because it definitely does that. And then the higher you go, the less moisture.
So where would avocados, because they're already, well, all of these,
Yeah, the avocados are still pretty moist, so I usually put them towards
Okay.
towards, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna watch you build it.
Okay.
Like, you do the example.
I want to see how much dressing she uses.
Oh, can you get me one of the little, what are those called? Tongs? Just, it might have been a little much, but I was busy. You just
That's
want
the balsamic
to
one?
cover the bottom and then put a few
Okay, so about that much?
cucumbers.
Yeah. I mean, ours was a little.
And a little bit of those.
Maybe not.
And tomatoes.
Interesting.
And I
Yeah.
like that. And then the cabbage is cruciferous. Oh, put this.
Oh my gosh.
So it will be a good blocker to block the wet stuff from,
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
isn't it?
So pretty.
And then I love quinoa because it turns it kind of into a meal. Quinoa has more protein and fiber than rice, and so it gives you a little bit. And then you can add cheese, you can add the bacon if you want to.
What kind of flavor is, I mean, what?
That is just a so there's 3 different kinds of quinoa in there. There's a red, there's a brown, it might not be the name of it, and a white.
To remind yourself of what it is that you are growing, it is best to be able to label what it is that you planted on your tower garden. I am going to pick some of my favorite lettuce items. I have it right here in my colander. I'm going to cut it up and put it into my salad that I mixed with avocado, mushrooms, quinoa, and some beets. I have heard before that what you think about grows. Think about that in your body. That your body doesn't necessarily know how to process what it's eating when it's not nutritious for your body. And so therefore, bad bacteria can grow in our bodies, and that is where we can find mold and dis-ease, right? Where our bodies are no longer comfortable of being within ourselves. And so noticing what we are consuming does matter. And when we focus on the nutritious foods that our bodies need, we actually give our bodies what it desires, what it really does want. And therefore, our system and our bodies can work more effectively. And that is what we desire. We desire to be able to have a natural flow and be able to experience life more comfortable because we are no longer resisting from the things that the environment or our resources are giving us. And so just allowing yourself to take in, how do you want your body to grow in a nutritious and more comfortable kind of way in order to feel good within yourself? Because sometimes that is where added stress can come. And so just like a vegetable that needs to grow, sometimes we need pruning in our own self in order to realize what no longer belongs there. And how can I cultivate what I have inside by allowing myself to grow more efficiently? And you will find when we are working on ourselves, we will have more effective friendships as well. We will be able to invite more people into our life because we care much more about ourselves. Therefore, we can learn how to appreciate and love others the same. And I hope that this encourages you to think about your life a little bit more carefully. Think about the things that you are doing in order to help your body grow and maybe what no longer works for you, in order for there to be balance and in order for you to feel more sufficient within yourself, more accepting within yourself. Sometimes it's just reevaluating what it is that we are doing consistently every single day. And one of those things is what we are consuming. And so allowing yourself to be willing to change and make one small step in order to allow yourself to work towards what it is that you do want in and through your life. If you live in the Las Vegas area, let's get together for your own salad in a jar party. Otherwise, you can find me at evajenkins.towergarden.com. I hope you join me next time on Be Golden.